Hello class, in this revision lecture video we'll be studying about the two maxims of statutory interpretation. There is one unit altogether for this topic, maxims of statutory interpretation, and I would try to take up two maxims only in one video so that it is clear for you all to study. So I would not do all the maxims in one video so that you get confused. I'll be doing only two maxims per video. See class, these maxims are very simple to comprehend. That is to understand. It's just that the maxims are, the names of the maxims are in Latin and they are quite big, so it's very difficult to understand it. So let us start with the first two maxims. The first maxim which I have taken is agisdum generis. Agisdum generis basically means general word following enumeration of persons or things by words of a particular and specific meaning. Such general words are not to be construed in their widest extent, but are to be held as applying only to persons or things of the same general kind of class as those specifically mentioned. See, basically, agistum generis means when there is a group of words mentioned in a statute, in a provision of a statute, then you can interpret, and at the last of that word it is written etc or of similar nature or other things of such nature, then you can include all other things of that nature only. Understand it with an example. For example, if there is a statute which talks about milk products, डेयरी प्रोडक्ट, एक कोई कानून आया जो डेयरी प्रोडक्ट की बात करता है, अब उसमें लिखा है डेयरी प्रोडक्ट्स विच इंक्लूड मिल्क, बटर, milk, butter, paneer, curd, etc. Now these are the dairy products which are included, and at the last etc. is written. So in milk, butter, paneer, curd, one thing is common, that is milk. Dairy, it is a dairy product. So we can also include such dairy products which are based on milk like ice cream, so that etc. words gives us a leverage, being the judicial authority gives us the leverage to include what? Ice cream also. For example, the most common example is Article 12 of the Indian Constitution. It is written that Parliament, State Legislative Assembly, and other authority. Now, other authority, we have first given a list of words, and out of that list we have created a class, and in that class it is clear that anything related to government. So in other authority we can include lot many things, and through that other authority word only, and by applying agistum generis, we have included being judiciary, we have included a lot many things. That is to say, judiciary ने other authority को ही interpret किया agistum generis के through, और बहुत सारी authorities को, बहुत सारी institutes को as a state दिखाया है, as a state proof किया है. So this is all about agistum generis. I hope it is clear. Kindly go through the notes so that you get a better understanding about this maxim. Next is expressio unis est exclusio alteris. The maxim is quite big, but it's very simple. It is a Latin phrase that means express mention of one thing excludes all other things. This is one of the rules used in interpretation of statute. The phrase indicates that items not on the list are assumed not to be covered by the statute. It is said that anything which is mentioned on the statute, only that is to be covered by that very statute and no other thing. In the previous maxim, that is agistum generis, we have studied that if lot many things are mentioned and those things are making a class, like doodh, dahi, ghee, all these are making a class, milk, curd, ghee, paneer, all these, Scottish cheese, all these are making what? A class that is milk-based product. So, and if at the last etc. is used, then we can include more milk-based products. That is, the list is inclusive. अगर एक्सेट्रा नहीं लिखा होगा तो आप और चीज नहीं इंक्लूड कर पाएंगे। अगर एक्सेट्रा लिखा है तो अगर एक क्लास बन गया, जो लिस्ट दिया है, अगर उससे क्लास हमने बना लिया तो और भी चीजें हम एक्सक्लूड कर इंक्लूड आई एम सॉरी, अगर हम if we are able to make a class out of the list which is provided by the statute, then we can include more other words. But if etc or other authority or other things is not written, then we cannot include. Was the rule of wisdom generis. Here it is written that whatever is expressly mentioned on the statute, only that is to be included for that statute, or the statute would be applicable on that very thing only. For example, this example only: milk, butter, cheese, Scottish cheese, curd, full stop, and curd. Itta likha hai, and then full stop. No etc, no other things, nothing of such sort is written. Then the judiciary doesn't have the leverage to include anything. Simple common sense, simple English language is there applied in these two rules. It means that according to rule 2, that is expressio unis est exclusio alteris, it means that the legislative assembly doesn't want to include anything else apart from the names of the things which they have themselves given. But if at all etc or such words are there, then it can be included through the route of application of agistum generis. But if such words are not there, only specific words are mentioned, then those words statute would be applicable on those words only by the and no other word. All other word would be excluded through the means of this maxim. I hope it is clear. If you don't understand anything, kindly get back to me. Thank you, class.